Knowledge is power and education is key. The saying goes, those who know better do better. Presently, in our community, we have black leaders and we have leaders who are black.
These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community.
We have black leaders doing the best that they can for the community, and we have leaders who are black who are being paid while the rest of us are being played. And that's a little bit like the government at the moment. Presently, we have lots of parents contacting us because they've gone into a panic because the government has said if the children are not returned to school in September, that parents will be fined.
We are not proceeding with our ambition to bring back all primary pupils, at least for some weeks, before the summer holidays. Instead, we're working with teachers to bring back as many pupils as we can within those smaller class sizes. We do fully intend to bring back all children back to school in September, provided the progress we are making continues, so I hope it will.
Well, actually, there's no law that says children have to return to a mainstream school. Children have to return to a mainstream education establishment. What the law does say is that children between 4 and 16 should be provided with full-time education. Now, it also doesn't stipulate what full-time education means. So, for all our parents who are panicking, let's look at what our options may be. The Education Act 1996, Section 7, gives parents the right to choose where their children are educated. Many parents may choose to now keep their children at home after the pandemic, and many parents may need to send their children back to school, but they're not sure if it is safe to do so. Well, then parents have the option to send your children into part-time education. You have the option to send your children back into the mainstream education system, but on a part-time basis. So you can choose actually what days and what hours your child will go to school. It's also the case that you may choose to keep your child at home. But what does home education look like? And have you got to follow the government's guidelines or the local school's curriculum? The answer to that is no. There's no way that it is written that says you have to follow the government's guidelines on education. So as we just said, education is key. Education is also the sharing and the giving on and receiving of information. And how you may choose to educate your child if you keep them outside of school, it's down to you. The one thing you must do is you must notify the local authority that you've chosen to send your child back to school on a part-time timetable, or you must notify the local authority that you've chosen to now educate your child at home. That's what you must do. But if you educate your child at home, or if you educate your child on a part-time timetable, who is going to be the educator? Are you panicking about what education looks like or the support that you may have? This is where the community will come to play. There's going to be lots of parents who are going to say, I would like to have my child on a part-time education plan. However, I don't have the support to do so. This is where we as a community need to support each other. This is where we are going to be able to share knowledge, share experiences, share life skills, support to bring our children up in a community, in the village that we're always talking about. We always say it takes the village to raise a child. Well, this is going to be a trying time, and this is where we're all going to have to come to play. So, for parents who are concerned about their children's health, their children's well-being, their children's emotional state after having been out of school for so long. Let's all get together. Let's have a dialogue about what education looks like. What will education for our children look like in the future? And what are our options? We are responsible for raising the leaders in our community, not the leaders who are being paid while we are being played, but the leaders who will bring our community together, who will stand strong for our community. That is our legacy, and that is our responsibility as parents to raise our children in a safe, secure environment. And that doesn't say that the education provided in education establishments won't be safe and won't be secure. But what we are saying is we have options. So instead of the government trying to bully people into sending their children back into an establishment which they may not feel safe about, instead of saying we will fine you if you don't do as we say, maybe what the government should do is find a way to work with the parents who are concerned, to give the parents options until they're comfortable enough to return to mainstream. Maybe what the government should be doing is talking to the parents. Parents have options, parents have choices. Your children are your legacy, and you need to do what is safe for them and what is comfortable for you. My name's Claudine Dewberry, and this is Taking Positive Steps.